Everybody, this is Cannabis and Tech Talks. You're chopping it up with Chuck, and I'm sitting here with Aaron Ray of STM Canna at MJBizCon NEXT. How are you, Aaron?
I'm doing great, Chuck. How are you?
I'm doing good, buddy. How's the show been for you?
I tell you what, the show has been amazing. This is the second year to attend. Last year, the inaugural year, I believe, in New Orleans was a little slow, but we definitely got some good business out of it. But this year has been kind of a game changer for us. We launched a new product here, developed some really good relationships, and I fully support MJBiz doing this here next year.
Yeah, they're definitely one of the best. There's a lot of events out there, but I feel like this is where a lot of business gets done.
Absolutely. I was interviewed at the one in Vegas, MJBizCon, the big boy.
Yeah. And, CES of cannabis.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's where deals get done. It's the only conference where I've actually walked away with checks, money orders.
Yeah.
And it's the real deal.
Why do you think that is? Do you think it's because of this industry that it's hard for people to know how to all get together other than these events? Because we have other magazines, we do other events. I don't feel like as much business gets done at the other tech events, say for like Innovation in Tech Today or ResTech. I feel like it's a lot of people showing their stuff off, but I feel like orders aren't getting done and cash is not getting exchanged. Do you think it's because of the industry?
I don't know. That's a good question. It could be because it's so new. So it's a lot of people it's a culmination of people that have been in so many different industries.
Yeah.
You've got people that are new to business. You got people that have kind of cut their teeth in other places. And so, it could be kind of a melting pot, so to speak, of innovation, finance, business development, all that stuff just kind of Cuisinarted into a really cool event.
Yeah. So, tell us about this new product. What are you guys rolling out here?
It's I'm the business guy. I'm not the engineer. So I always tell everyone I'm not the smart one that makes this cool stuff.
Right.
I try and keep the lights on and
that's
business
Jason,
flowing.
the mad scientist.
He's the mad scientist. Yeah. But it's a grinder. It's called the Revolution.
Yeah.
And it does about 100 pounds an hour.
Okay.
And it's really complementary to our flagship product, the Rocket Box.
Right.
Which does 453 joints, 3 minutes, commercial pre-roll system. And we found, by really talking to our big clients and what they need, solving problems with how they're operating, one of the things that they really focused on with us when we asked them was, we need a grinder that grinds to work well with your machine.
Wow.
To get the product to do what it needs to do once it goes into the Rocket Box. And it's the grinder. So smart guy Jason comes in and he does his magic, the behind the curtain stuff, and then we got a product that is solving problems in the industry. Like
a better mousetrap. So
Absolutely.
There's grinders already on the market, right?
There are.
What differentiates, the Revolution from the others?
The biggest difference, Chuck, I'm glad you asked that question because I love saying this, is a lot of equipment.
I teed you up.
You did softball. Now I just hope I don't whiff, right?
Don't strike out.
So what we do is we're really trying to not only solve problems in the industry, but how we do that is developing products that are developed for cannabis. It's not repurposed equipment that was in the food industry or t-shirt presses or whatever the case may be. It's made for cannabis. It's tested and developed and R&D'd with cannabis. So that's really a different mindset that we bring to the table, which I think is from a sustainability standpoint is really what's going to separate us and keep us in the industry for the long haul.
Okay, everybody, we're going to take a quick break here and just wanted to remind you that this episode of Cannabis Tech Talks is brought to you by the Cannabis Science Conference. Make sure you check out the Cannabis Science Conference in Portland, Oregon, September 4th through the 6th. So tell us a little bit, just like take us behind the scenes on the R&D. How does this work? You guys come up with an idea, you hear this is something that's needed on the market, or we need a better, like a grinder or the Rocket Box, and then what happens? Do you tell Jason this is what we're hearing, and then he goes back there and what does he do? Does he get on the whiteboard? Does he start like putting these things together? Just take us quickly behind the scenes of how it goes from an idea to how to solve a problem or how to have a better product to actually appearing at the show with products and rocking sales.
Absolutely. That goes back to, really how we developed our company.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say in this industry, everyone fails their way forward, which we're all doing. And to your point, our first product we ever went to market with was a rosin press. Great product. Had it was developed for cannabis, like I said, with all the bells and whistles that some of the other rosin presses didn't have.
Yeah.
Safety features, food grade stainless steel, OSHA compliant, all the safety features. But it was developed in a vacuum.
Yeah.
Where we were trying to push the solventless extraction movement,
right,
versus listening to clients telling us what they needed. We're trying to tell them what they need.
It wasn't a movement.
It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So then we said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to find out what they need.
Yeah.
What do you need? What do you? We go to shows. We send people, all over the place dealing with some of the largest multi-state operators to find out what they need.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the Rocket Box, which is a commercial cone filling system which didn't exist in the market.
Yeah.
So that goes to everything we develop now. We find out what they need. We want to solve problems. Then we come back to Jason and, can you do this?
Yeah.
And there's times where we say, hey, can you do this? And he says, yeah, but I don't think it's going to be what you think it's going to be. Because I'm not an engineer. I'm not the smart guy.
Right.
So when we come to him with something that he's like, I can do that.
Yeah.
Then we test. Then he goes and does his behind the curtains magic.
Yeah.
Comes to us, and then we identify testing partners that are in the industry that can put it in production and actually tell us.
Yeah.
We say break it. Tell us everything that's wrong with it. If you were developing this, what would you do?
Yeah. Find a problem with it.
Find a problem.
I dare you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Run it into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Run this thing for 30 days, as many hours a day, and come back to us, and then that's how you fine tune.
Yeah.
And then Jason goes back, he tinks, he alters, he adjusts, and then we come up with a finished product.
Nice. So the feedback has been positive?
It's been very positive, and I think based on how we came out with the Rocket Box, people have a certain level of trust with what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
The opportunity is there because a lot of the equipment that I mentioned that was repurposed wasn't working.
Yeah.
So a lot of the people that were buying
you
this
mean using like a hair straightener
to
press the weed
or a weed whacker to try and grind up weed.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
It really doesn't. And with how we do it and how we put these products out and how they're developed, I think is not only going to be a game changer in the industry, but it helps us be better.
Yeah. You guys have positioned yourselves as kind of an ultra premium, haven't you? Like as far as a brand, because I was talking to some people yesterday, and I asked them, what do you guys do for your for your pre-rolls? And they had mentioned that they had I think they had a product from Futurola, and I asked if they liked it, and they were like, it's all right, it's not bad. And they said, but we can't afford that fancy Rocket Box.
Mm-hmm.
And so word was at least on the street with some of these people that if nothing more, you're an ultra premium product. Like you're high quality. Is that the right way to describe it?
Absolutely high quality. We design, engineer, and manufacture everything ourselves.
Right.
So we're not making
all
a
in the
design.
United States.
Absolutely.
Right.
All in Spokane, Washington.
Spokane, Washington.
All
Big
in
shout
Spokane,
out to my hometown, Spoka Vegas.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So premium is a good word, and I would also say commercial.
Yeah.
High volume.
Okay.
Because our clients are the large multi-state operators that are doing the mass production that need that type of equipment. But I'm glad you asked the question about the smaller units.
Yeah.
And it's not just affordability, it's they don't need it. It's like, trying to kill a fly with a flamethrower. You just don't need a flamethrower. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah.
But you get the point. So we get that too.
Uh-huh.
And so we're in the process of attacking that lower middle market with a product that is light on the pocketbook.
Yeah.
And it's cost efficient, but it also meets their production needs.
Yeah.
And so hopefully in December when we're sitting down at MJBizCon, we're having the discussion about our new product, our mini Rocket Box that's going to be coming out.
Awesome. Well, listen, man, thanks so much for sitting down and talking with us a little bit. We're excited to see what keeps coming from your company. I'm sure there'll be more products, down the road and more cool innovations and things like that. Is there anything else you want to you want to leave with for our audience?
No, I'd just like to thank you, Chuck. Thank you for your magazine and kind of setting yourself apart as an industry leader from the standpoint of really focusing on technology and business. It's well needed in this industry, and we love it.
I appreciate that. And as a guest on Cannabis and Tech Talks, feel free to take a pop socket or a screen cleaner here, because everybody leaves with swag on Cannabis and Tech Talks.
Awesome. Love it.
All right, buddy. Thanks. Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to Cannabis and Tech Talks. If you like this podcast, make sure that you subscribe and share with your friends. And if you're interested in being featured on Cannabis and Tech Talks, or being an advertiser or a partner in our award-winning magazine, Cannabis and Tech Today, give us a shout, and we will help tell your story to tens of thousands of cannabis industry influencers.